I am really excited to share with you today my experiences with L'Oreal Age Perfect. Welcome back to Selfcare Karen. It's absolutely lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are no stranger to my channel, thank you for being a loyal supporter. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing, and maybe if you enjoy today's video and you're not already a subscriber, maybe you'll think about subscribing, pushing that like button. It all sends very positive engagement messages to the YouTube algorithm, which means that my video gets pushed out further and further to a wider audience, which really helps me grow my channel. So anyway, thank you for being here, thank you for your support. Today I'm doing a tried and tested skincare review, giving my honest opinion of L'Oreal Age Perfect. If you have been following my channel for some time, you may have heard me speak of the L'Oreal Age Perfect cleanser, or I think it's called a cleansing milk. And I've mentioned this because it's a holy grail product for me. But it's actually been a really long time since I've used it, because I've been trying out so many different skincare routines from different brands, and actually have a complete playlist of what I've looked into, and I'll put the link up here. But I thought, I want to revisit this cleansing milk, which I have such fond memories of, and while I'm there revisiting it, I think what I'll do is I'll check out some more of the Age Perfect range. Now, bit of a disclosure here. If I look at the packaging, it says Age Plus 60, so that's the eye cream. The cleanser came without a box and doesn't actually, which is good, I don't want a box, doesn't actually say what age it's for. But the other stuff I've got, I think it's all age 60 plus. Now, whilst I would like to think I'm still 21, I am actually 48. I'm going to be 49 this year. And yeah, so I'm not quite the right age group for this range. But because I love the cleanser, I thought, I'll give it a go. Also to say, I'm not trying all the Age Perfect range. It's quite a big range, but I've got a few things. I did have a bit of a stumbling block when picking out the creams more than anything, because I always try and check the ingredients, or nearly always try and check the ingredients, and some of them seem to have a cyclical silicone in them. One of which, cyclopentasiloxane has been banned, as far as I'm aware, but it looks like it's from the similar family. And I try and stay clear of these these cyclical silicones, because they have been known to impact the endocrine system, and not just of the person using them, but they're volatile, so they go out in the air and people breathe them in. So things like fertility and stuff can be impacted. So I stay clear away. So I was a bit more restricted in terms of the creams. Now, I don't know if the reason why I'm seeing this new kind of cyclical silicone ingredient appear in some skincare now is because of a relaxation of the rules, or it's a new one that hasn't been legislated on yet. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do. You got to follow your moral code, and that's an ingredient that I stay clear of. But what I do have is a cleanser, a toner, 2 serums, a day cream, a night cream, and an eye cream. I didn't have the eye cream originally, but then I thought, I haven't used an eye cream for ages, and I kind of felt that I wanted to see if it really makes any difference. So I went and got the eye cream additionally after I'd already started the routine. I have been using this for more than a month, but there was a break. I had a 2-week break where I went on holiday and I was using other products. But I think I know enough and feel enough to talk you through my personal view on using these products. So first off, if I think about a skincare routine, I always start the day and I always start the evening when I'm sort of starting my skincare routine for the evening in cleansing my face. So this is the Age Perfect Cleansing Milk. It's smoothing and anti-fatigue, fortified skin with magnesium and vitamin C, and it says it's for mature skin. But I was introduced to this cream by Caroline Hirons, who has a YouTube channel. She's also quite active on Instagram and has books and stuff. She knows a lot about skincare. And she had this as a holy grail, a very good cleanser for not a lot of money. And it's certainly this range, or worse, I wouldn't say it was completely budget. This cleanser you can get for like £3 or £4, so it's quite reasonable. And so I used it years ago and I love this. I think the biggest reason I like this is because it does contain, and I just want to double check that I'm thinking this correctly, but I'm pretty certain, where are you? That has got salicylic acid in it. Citric acid. Oh. It's got glycerin in it. That's probably another reason why I really like it, because my skin really likes oh well, maybe I'm completely misinformed, or oh no, salicylic acid. It's one of the last ingredients. That's what I didn't say. Okay, so this and I've got some footage of me using it. This you apply to dry skin. Well, I do. I rub it in. I often put too much on, but anyway, I rub it in and then I remove it with a damp, warm flannel muslin cloth, something like that, and I get it all off. And it feels like it's very gently exfoliating, but it's not at all harsh on the skin. My skin really likes it. So my skin feels soft after using it, and it's great at getting makeup off. So, you know, this works really well, and it continues to be holy grail for me. Woohoo! And I really do recommend, if you want to look for you want to try a new cleanser, I would definitely recommend this one. But do stay clear if you are trying to conceive, because salicylic acid is a verboten, that's probably not how you say it, a forbidden ingredient when you're trying to conceive. Okay, so the cleanser I'm really happy with. Normally in my skincare routines, I do not use a toner, even though I am a child, well, I'm a child of the 70s, but you know, in the 80s, it was all the rage to use a toner, which is when I first started kind of understanding about skincare and beauty and all of that stuff. But for years, I have not used a toner. I did use this one. This is called Refreshing Toner, Smoothing and Anti-Fatigue, Radiant Skin, Vitamin C and Vitamin B. Again, it's for mature skin. And here, again, I've got some footage. I would just apply it after I've cleansed onto a cotton pad that I then wash. So I don't like using stuff that you just chuck away, single use. So I just put some on there and then wipe it over my face. I have to say, not so keen on this. In fact, I don't know, I haven't really been able to hone down what it is, but I was noticing that on this cheek particularly, I was getting more rosacea and redness than usual. And I think it must be something in here, in the skincare range, so I'm putting down to, I've got them on the bed here, in this range, that there's an ingredient there that my skin is not 100% happy with. Don't think it's in the cleanser, because as I said, I've used the cleanser for on and off for a long time, never had any issues. Was wondering if it's in the toner, and I wasn't as diligent using this because of that, because I was seeing that I was getting quite a lot of redness. So yeah, don't know that you need a toner, and yeah, I mean, it's supposed to balance out the pH of the skin, but I think you can skip this toner step if you want to and move on straight to serums. So I've got two serums here. One is the Rosy Oil Serum. And whilst I'm not a fan of gold or even rose gold, even though I know it's all the rage, I actually quite like the packaging. I think it looks quite fancy schmancy. And this is anti-sagging, nourishing and glowing vitality. It's got peony native cells and calcium B3, and it's for dry and dull, mature skin. And you're supposed to feel that your skin is more moisturized, definitely feels more moisturized and more comfortable. And the skin is supposed to appear firmer by 29%. God knows how they calculate that. And that's immediately. And then you're supposed to have this rosy looking radiance. I would say for all of the stuff that is this rose thing, and I've got quite a few products that are rosy here, I think they've got some sort of dye in them, because they do kind of leave this kind of rosy look on the skin, which I must say I am not a fan of. Anyway, I quite like this serum. I used it in the mornings, sometimes in the evenings, but mainly in the mornings. And it's moisturizing. It's not an exfoliating serum like a lactic acid or anything like that. It really is about adding in moisture, and I'm fine with that. And you will have already seen me applying it. Okay, so I'm thinking about a morning routine, would apply the eye cream. Sometimes apply the eye cream first, sometimes second. And this one is the Golden Age eye cream. Let me just show you inside. So you can see it's got like a colour to it. This is the Rosy Radiant Care for anti-sagging, targets dark circles. Okay, I quite liked using an eye cream again, and I liked this eye cream in the sense that it's not runny, so it kind of glides on really easily. However, it doesn't sink in that well. So every now and again when I go to apply my makeup a bit later on, I'll realise that I haven't actually rubbed it all in, and that I've got patches of this kind of rosy stuff. So I liked having an eye cream again. I feel like my eye area has benefited, although not dramatically. I mean, it's not like I've suddenly got rid of all my wrinkles and dark circles and all of that stuff. But I like having this in my routine. I think I'm going to try and continue to include an eye cream when I'm trying out stuff. But I'm not sure that this was like any kind of miracle cure. Then in the mornings, I would apply the day cream. And this is the Age Perfect Golden Age SPF 20. So what I would say, SPF 20 is not enough if you are outside of a darkened room. Okay, so if you're going out into daylight, SPF 20 is not enough. I would say, you want to go to 30, 50, something that's much better, much better. I will say though, so look, here's the cream, and you can see me apply it now. I will say that this is one of the few creams that I've used as a day cream that it contains SPF, because sometimes I buy them and they don't have SPF in them. It's one of the few that when it it doesn't really seep into the corners of my mouth, which is what I seem to find happens with lots and lots and lots of other creams. This one does not, if it does seep in, it doesn't taste foul. So I quite like that. That said, I'm not so keen on the kind of rosy colour that it leaves on the skin, and I didn't see anything dramatic. And I will say, this is geared for, as they say, for plus 60. I don't think really any of these products are high duty or heavy duty enough to deal with how I think my skin will be when it's 60. I mean, I have dry skin already. I mean, I've combo skin, but I get dry areas. I don't think this was just about enough for me, but I really kind of want a bit more moisturization, hydration, even in a day cream. And then in the evening, for the evening part of my routine, I would just repeat, I would cleanse, sometimes I'd tone, and then I would apply the night serum that I got, which is the Midnight Serum, okay? Again, in a fancy schmancy bottle here. And this one is from the Cell Renew range. So Age Perfect have got Golden Age, and then they've got this Cell Renew, and this is the only product I got from Cell Renew. I think I couldn't get any of the other ones because they're the ones that had the horrid silicone in them. This says it's an antioxidant recovery complex inspired by mother cell science. What? Okay, it says wake up to millions of new cells, anti-wrinkle firmness and radiance. Okay, I think that's a bit of baloney. I mean, first off, right, this is so hard to get out of the bottle. So I've got footage of me applying. It gets all gunky around the rim, which I really don't like. The pipette thing does not work, right? It doesn't come out, yeah? So you end up having, well, let me show you what I do. So I've got some footage here of me applying this. I have to bash it onto my hand to get it out. It smells citrusy. It's a bit sticky. I'm not a massive fan. It doesn't leave a sticky residue, but yeah, it's citrusy. I'm not a massive fan of it, and I don't think it did anything dramatic to my skin. In fact, there are loads of other serums that I've used that I prefer, you know, things from products from the Inky list, Superdrug ranges, own brand ranges. I've got a whole playlist of Superdrug actually. They've got some great value serums. Yeah, so was not wowed, and I do not feel like I've had like this dramatic, you know, result to my skin. It's still sagging, it's still, you know, aging. So yeah. Hey there, this is Editing Karen. Just to say, when I look at the Midnight Serum, I think it's called, it does feel very reminiscent or evocative of the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate, which for many I know is a holy grail item. I've used it a couple of times and not been blown away. But yeah, I feel like they maybe are trying to dupe that a little bit, because the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate is definitely way more expensive. Just something that occurred to me. Was not blown away. And the night cream, again, back to the Golden Age kind of sub-brand, if you like, is not so tinted, so it doesn't leave such a rosy colour on the skin. It is fine to apply, it feels nice on. I didn't actually realise this until I looked at the bottle yesterday. It's called Reactivating Cooling Night Cream, which I am sure some women that are perimenopausal or menopausal may actually appreciate, because they get kind of like hot skin. I don't have that. I get night sweats, but I don't get like hot flashes or flushes, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't even realise that it actually had this cooling thing, but now thinking about it, it does have a slight cooling effect, but nothing really intense, which I'm really pleased for, because I don't really want to have that on my skin. Anyway, it says enriched with a unique blend of rosy pigments, this cooling effect cream stimulates skin overnight and reactivates skin's morning rosy glow. I mean, it was fine, but has it replaced the Marks and Spencer's formula Sleep Dream or Dream Sleep or Sleep Ultimate Sleep Cream? I can't remember the name. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. No, that's still my holy grail, and this has not converted in. I think that's a really hard cream to beat, to be honest with you. But, you know, my skin, when I woke up in the morning, it was smooth. It was, you know, it didn't feel like overly dry or anything. So all in all, in terms of a summary here, I am so pleased that the cleanser still remains holy grail for me. I'm pleased that I have an eye cream experience again, because I feel like that has kind of brought me back to using eye creams, and I'm okay for that. I'm up for that. Yeah, I'm going to steer away from toners. I don't see the point of them. It hasn't changed my mind around toners, and I'm glad that I have this day cream with this SPF in it that doesn't kind of taste violently disgusting. But as we kind of move into warmer and brighter days, touch wood, because we've had some appalling weather here in London, I think I will probably be looking for a higher sun protection factor to use. So please do leave me a comment below if there is any skincare range or hair care or anything like that that you would like me to try out. It would be absolutely wonderful to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me today. You can connect with me on lots of different social media channels, and there's information in the video description about how you can connect with me, join my mailing list and all of that sort of jazz in other ways. Remember, you are in perfect time. See you soon.